Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Hunty's World of Pain on tour. This is an absolute beauty in the Charlick. So I'm just hovering around the 1500 mark right now in Blitz. Let me take you through the game. So the Charlick Gambit comes out of the England Gambit with d4, e5, takes, d6, and he accepts the second pawn. Never accept the second pawn. Okay, so bishop d6 now. And you've got this idea, if you're a follower of the channel, you'll be aware of this. The big idea is to get your bishop out, get your knight out, long castle with the queen on e7, and then line up a discovered attack against the queen. That is plan A in the Charlick. They develop their knight, I develop my knight, they develop their knight, and the bishop comes out to here. And here you have a very, very common kind of starting position. We have e3, see it all the time, queen e7. Now they start tickling the bishop comes back, blocks. Okay, you very often see this bishop blocking the pin on the queen. So now black castles. Okay, and it's kind of 50-50 whether white spots this threat. But they very often do. We have bishop to d2. It's kind of passive, but white's up a pawn, doesn't have to do an awful lot. I now bring out my knight because I want to see if I can maybe put pressure on this bishop. But it's also completing development. Now move 9. White now moves his queen out of harm's way. Okay, I'll show you the next few moves. So now I line up my queen here. I've still got ideas of maybe taking this knight, and then maybe if white is castled, grab this. I don't know. We have g4, and I just drop my bishop back again. And castles. And this is not a good move. Now, it's time to figure out what did Hunty do next. The best move here, according to the computer, because I've got lines showing, is h5, starting to attack this weak pawn structure here. That is not what I did. Right? I've got 4 minutes 27 seconds. This is a blitz game, and I'm calculating a knight sack, takes, queen takes, check. King's got to go here or here. And then I'm thinking about what can I do? Maybe pin the knight, something like that. So I didn't have it all figured out, but I took with the knight. We have the check here. And really, he can't capture. He can't capture the knight. So black is just better, but black is now completely winning after queen takes g4. Okay, it says mate in 20 now. I can force mate in 20. All right, so the king has to move. Now what? Now what I want to do is drop my queen onto this square, but it's defended by the knight. So, throw in another check, force the king back here. Now it's forced mate in 19. And bishop h5. Now my opponent had a really good think at this point, because I'm just simply threatening to take out the knight and then come in with checkmate. Okay, so what do you do as white here? So he moves his rook all the way out of the way. Computer now says I should take on f3. I do. Takes. Okay, and can you see the finish from here? Because it took me a little while to work out. I'm now on 3 minutes 50. Okay, so obviously I've got one check. But the problem is, if I go check here, right, then I'm just going to flush the king out that way. So that doesn't work. So what's my other option? Well, it's the move that I found, which is bishop h2 check. Now that's interesting because the king's in check and the queen covers these squares. So white's next move is forced. I can now withdraw the bishop, but where do we put the bishop? So I'm looking around for easy pickings. Is there anything kind of loose like a knight? No, not really, that I can take. But again, I do find the best move here, which is simply bishop g3. Right? Keeping control not only of this square, but this square. And now it's forced mate in 2. Check there and then checkmate. An absolute beauty of a game. I only used 1.5 minutes of my clock, but I mean, that's gorgeous, isn't it? That's gorgeous chess. Let's just go back to the knight sacrifice and see what. So here it's saying black is just doing better. I think castling in front of such loose pawns like this was an error. But the thing is, what's he going to do? This bishop can't move. So what are you going to do? You're going to fianchetto your queen, and then long castle? Probably better. So from here, the machine is saying knight h4, queen d1, and g5 are the best moves here for white. Castles is a serious mistake, put it that way. So if we go h5 here, what's going to happen? Okay, so the machine's saying maybe queen d1, and then we can just start to break this open. Still knight g5 here, and I can play rook h5, or king b8, that's a funny one, or simply g3. And yeah, you can see it is collapsing, but I thought my way was just as elegant, if not more so. Oh, there, of course, apart from defended by the knight. Yeah, so I thought you'd enjoy that one. Thank you for joining me on Hunty's World of Pain. I haven't had that many crushing games recently, but it's always nice to share. I mean, it's got a bit of glamour to it as well. Okay, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon.